of this kicking showcase, which is beginning right now. You can see at the 10-yard line. So these are 20-yard kicks for our competitors, who I do believe we've just received the list. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids who are all competing in today's competition, including 2 from Colonel Crawford. This right here is Landon Stein of Monroeville, who is setting up and trying to make a 20-yard kick so that he can move back 5 yards with everybody else as the competition continues to roll along. So that's how it's going to roll and go. That's the rules here, is that you get 2 kicks from one distance. So far, everybody on their first try has just absolutely destroyed these 20-yard field goals. So everyone pretty much is going to be all moving back together with more opportunities. This is a late entry into the competition. This gentleman was not a part of the original group. That is Clear Fork's Adam Van Ostel. Sophomore kicker for them. Next up now is Joseph Zizzo of Colonel Crawford. And that one bends its way up and through the uprights. Grayson Dillon will be up next from Lexington, teeing it up here at the 10. And you notice all these kickers electing to kick right at the middle of the field, not going to either of the hashes, as that one also is pure. So each of our competitors able to make a 20-yard field goal. They should be moving back now to the 15-yard line for a 25-yarder. Beginning with Ontario's Cole Dilly with the backward cap. Got the sunglasses on. The summer swag. And of course, Ontario today, if you haven't been keeping up, in Akron, punched their ticket to the state championship game in baseball. A 2-1 winner today over Courthouse. So big ups to the Warriors. We're going to be out there tomorrow for a broadcast of the state championship game in Division II for Ontario, who has now kicked their way into the next round here in the kicking competition with a 25-yard make. Find out if Malin Fickner of Highland can do the same. Nice height there, and that one also through. So no misses so far in our competition. Braxton Morton of Colonel Crawford would love to continue that trend here. Eagles, another phenomenal season, arguably the best in their program history this past year on the gridiron. Head coach Jake Bruner taking over. And he's got not one, but 2 kickers out here showing out. So there's Morton. Joseph Sizzo now looking to hit the mark from 25. Beautiful day here in the Clear Fork Valley. Temperatures, I believe, right around the upper 70s. Calm wind conditions out there too, so it's got limited effect on this specific competition.
And Stein to the upright.
And there's Landon Stein of Monroeville coming through. Now the hometown kid, Adam Van Ostel of Clear Fork, looking to join the group into the next round. Adam, the only lefty here in the competition, drills it through the uprights. And we still have Grayson Dillon, along with Zizzo to kick. This is Joseph of Colonel Crawford. Got the long summer hair going. Quick, choppy steps for him. And same result as everybody else so far. So, these kids are perfect up to this point. Hope there's no announcer jinx here for our next kicker. And Dillon, too, is pure. So let's march him back to the 20-yard line. With the end zone, of course, it makes it a 30-yard field goal attempt. And the competition so far today has been spectacular, of course. Everybody a perfect 2 for 2. But this is where things start getting a bit more challenging here with the 30-yard attempts. And Dilly's definitely got the distance, and he is moving on. Fickner would love to join him at the 35-yard range. Last year, I believe a 55-yarder was the winning kick by Caleb Chenier of Northmore, who not participating this season, didn't want to defend the crowd. That one belted through too. So another solid kick from Fickner. Colonel Crawford, a school and a program that's had several Fickners come through. But not here. This is a Morton. And Braxton with the 30-yarder just punished it. Probably would have been good from 50. For those of you just joining us live and free on the Facebook and YouTube, this is kind of the appetizer for tonight's All-Star football game, the kicking competition. 6 competitors here vying for the title of best leg in North Central Ohio. From Monroeville, Landon Stein lining it up. Likes what he sees in another great looking boot.
Landon Stein. Another good kick through the upright.
No problems for our competitors so far from 30 yards. And Van Osdol kicking on his home turf. Sends it through.
That was good. 20.
Setting up now Zizzo of CC. And that one started to bend, but does make its way through. Round 3, final competitor of the Lexington Minutemen, Grayson Dillon, getting his ball teed up. And not going to have enough leg.
Just short for Grayson Dillon.
Dillon will get one more attempt, I believe, trying to make it from this distance. And Grayson not taking his time. Wanting to get this next attempt up in a hurry, try to join everybody else back at the 35-yard range. Laces out, Dan. That's how he's got it set up. And tried to drive this one, and it's not going to have enough distance. So our first competitor eliminated from the Lexington Minutemen, Grayson Dillon, made his first 2 attempts, and he is out at 30 yards. Spicing things up now, moving it back 7 yards instead of just 5 like we had the first couple of rounds. So this is a 32-yard attempt on the way for Cole Dilly of Ontario. Dilly looking loose. And an excellent strike. He'll advance. Next up from 37 yards, this is Fickner from Highland. Great look from just behind him to basically see what he sees, and that's plenty of distance and leg. Crushed. Here comes Morton. It's a nice high arcing kick, and wasting no time, moving on to the next round.
Braxton Morton is good.
Can Van Osdol join the crew? Got a charging start there, and nothing but net straight through the center as well for Adam. Maybe his best looking kick so far today. Now Landon Stein from 37. Definitely got plenty of leg, and that is true as well. Basically just a warm-up here for these fantastic kickers. 5 still remaining, eyeing the prize of best leg in North Central Ohio. Zizzo does sneak it over the upright. Just over the crossbar there for Joseph Zizzo. So we're now moving back to 43 yards. Ontario looking to set the stage. Look at the nice icy white sneaks there for Dilly. And a great looking boom.
Cool, Dilly. Good.
Our first to advance. Dilly. Fickner next up. His first attempt at 43 yards. Fighting Scott's MOAC runners-up this past season. And he's moving on as well.
Plenty of distance.
Now we've got Braxton Morton on deck, teeing up his football. Braxton Morton of Colonel Crawford. Was good on his first attempt from 37. This one's sky high and does just sneak its way over the crossbar.
Colonel Crawford Braxton Morton is through the uprights and on to the next one.
Van Osdol looking to join the party of those moving on to the next round. First attempt here from 43. Line driver, it's low and just short.
Just shy of the uprights.
So Adam's going to get one more shot at it. Playing on his home turf here in the Coal Corral. In the meantime, though, Landon Stein's going to take his first attempt. That last miss by Van Osdol, the first for anybody still remaining in the competition after we lost Grayson Dillon of Lexington at 30 yards. So this is 2 levels beyond that from 43, the Monroeville products. Got it teed up, and the Eagle with the boot and soaring like an eagle. Great kick. He'll advance. Will Joseph Zizzo move on with him? His Crawford teammate Morton already has punched his ticket to the next round. Will there be 3 Eagles wearing black and gold? Moving on just off of the pole there. That was about as close as you can get, right off of the crossbar. He'll get one more attempt, though, just like Van Osdol is right now. And Adam, a sophomore here at Clear Fork, going into his junior season. The lone lefty drills it. Plenty of leg this time, and he's able to put it in between the posts. So Van Osdol checking his box into the next round. Everybody there with the exception right now of Zizzo, who's going to have one last try. So a little bit of pressure here on Joseph Zizzo. Try to keep his cards on the table. And number 24, looks like he's got the leg, but it's going to be wide left, no good. And at 43 yards, we have lost Zizzo. So just moving back. Going to move back to a 46-yard kick now. So only adding 3 yards. See what kind of difference that makes here. So the players will be teeing it up at the 36-yard line. And of course, with that 10 yards of distance in the end zone, adds up for a pretty far kick. NFL kickers aren't guaranteed to make it from this range. And it doesn't look like this first attempt will either for Cole Dilley. So that's his first miss so far of the competition. And back to my question, how big of a difference will that 3 yards make? Well, he drilled his previous kick from 43, no problem. 46 was too much, at least on that last try. Here comes the first attempt for Fickners from Highland. Malin have a little trouble Getting it teed up there. Now he's got it to his specifications. And here comes Fichtner. Nice running charge. Good. Our first competitor to knock it home from 46 yards. Malin Fichtner of Ireland. So the Fighting Scots continue to advance. Here comes Morton from Colonel Crawford. He's been quick to fire so far every round, and I think the most confident looking kicker that we've had. That one, he definitely had the leg for it, but it's wide left. So 46 yards. Bit problematic here for some of these kickers. A few extra steps of distance definitely playing a huge role right now. See if it does for Stein of Monroeville. Able to successfully drill it from 43. Can he be good from 46 yards? Big deep kick here for Stein, and he's advancing as well.
Landed side is good from the 36-yard line.
So now we'll circle back to Adam Van Osdol, looking to join them with a successful distance of 46 yards. This is now his second attempt. Oh, he's going to get the friendly bounce off the crossbar, and into the next round goes Van Osdol. Little taste of home cooking right there. The friendly carom. So now Dilly. Attempt number 2 from 46. Cole with little hesitation there, taking his time. Now he's prepared, and he's going to come up short. So Cole Dilly is out after making a 43 yards kick. Those extra 3, just a bit too much. Second chance now for Morton. Morton a straight on kick and strike, and that's going to be wide left too. So he also eliminated at 43 yards. So we've got Stein, Fichtner, and Van Osdol still alive in the competition. So this is just the matinee setup here. Sounds like they are going to finish up the competition at halftime. So we'll have 3 competitors who have all made it from 46. Gotta imagine that they're going to be kicking 50-yarders at halftime. So to be continued, folks, and you can watch the entire All-Star football game tonight live and free, beginning with pregame coverage at 6:45 p.m. Game slated to kick off at 7 p.m. tonight. All of the best senior athletes that played football from around our area are included. More than 30 teams have players that are going to be out here competing tonight for the final time as high school athletes. And what I believe is the 37th playing of the NCOFCA All-Star Football Game, North versus South. Lots of fireworks still to come here on the OH Report, so check back with us. We'll be starting a new stream right around 6:45. We'll see you then. So Brian Skowronski signing out for now. 3 competitors moving on to the finale at halftime in our kicking competition.